sees him grappling, goes, "Oh, yamete," but he doesn't.
Hey, please stop. Hey,
he doesn't stop walking, David.
Right. He's like, hey,
stop that. But his pace doesn't slow. Like he's saying stop that, but his body, what do you call it?
Language.
His body language is saying like, this doesn't involve me.
Right.
A few seconds later, police roll up, pick the guys up, and they're like, "What the fuck's wrong with you?" Drag them to the court van. I'm standing there like, that was insane. That's like I think it was like the first sort of Japanese fight I had seen. Like sort of like people fighting on the streets I'd seen in Japan in such like a public area. It's fucking wild, bro. But once again, pretty tame.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty tame. Like it seems.
Oh man. Okay, hang on. Whoa, we're gonna have to like.
Not stream.
Something happened. Like, was this unhandled? What? I don't know what this is. It's still recording. So is that okay?
Do you want to start over?
Hang on, can I pause it?
Yeah, we're like a minute in.
Well, it's recording still, like, but I can't stop the thing. Like, what?
Hard reset. We're a minute in. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Oh, okay. Hang on.
Exactly. Yeah, it's gonna keep fucking.
Jesus Christ. Okay, hang on. But what is this error? It's just like giving me an Audacity error. No, don't save. This is a nightmare. This is an absolute nightmare. Everything crashed for some reason. Something went horribly, horribly wrong. End that task. See what happens. We are still live though.
What the fuck? That makes no sense.
Well, no, this Audacity crashed. Something crashed. I don't know what crashed. It just all crashed. It's not a. We are recording again.
You good? You back?
We're good.
Start from the beginning?
Should be. Yes.
Okay. Good man. All right.
This is why they pay audio engineers a shitload of money.
We have said this.
Why am I just not doing this for a job?
You probably could, honestly.
Probably.
Yeah, honestly. It's pretty. Wait. Let's start from the top. This is for the recording, right?
Yes.
Okay. For those watching on live stream, you're able to see all the fucking.
You've seen all the behind the scenes of my frustration.
The fuck. This happens
every week.
Not every week.
Not every week. Sometimes it's okay.
Yeah. We'll start again just for the
the audio version.
Welcome back to Tokyo Fresh. I'm your host Jordan. I'm here with David.
Hi.
Let's hope that this doesn't crash for a third time.
The eighth time
I've said this 3 times now.
Fuck me. I swear to Christ.
What's that thing called? It's like, was it gremlins in the computer or something like that? What was it? Is that what it's called? Gremlins in the computer?
Something like that. Yeah.
I feel like we've had a big case of little gremlins, demons mucking around David's computer this week, which is, it's bound to happen eventually.
It does happen. You know.
Time to time. Yeah. Can't be helped, honestly. I digress. For those watching the live stream, welcome, yoroshiku. For those
there are people here. I don't know if they're still here after it crashed because it probably told them, "Hey, fuck you. We're not streaming."
Yeah,
so
pretty much.
I don't know what the deal is there.
Yeah, it's okay.
It seems to be okay,
which is good. Thank fuck for that. Honestly, man, it is. Honestly, there is when I watch other like big podcasters. And they have like massive teams of people like doing all this crazy stuff behind the scenes. Like the H3 pod, I think we discussed like last week that like the H3 podcast has like one guy that basically just does like the soundboard.
Yep, he's just like the sound guy.
That's all he does. He just
and
goes.
Then you have some guy doing like all the switching. You have some guy doing running everything else through YouTube or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like no, that's me. I'm 3 people
literally
on this show.
It's
so
fucking
it
insane.
takes a little bit.
Yeah, it's I get why they have to do that because I think there's so much to focus on. Well, it's not really something one person
that's
can
the
do.
annoying thing if you like if you start late, then everything is fucked because if something goes wrong, it's just completely fucked.
I think that watching the H3 podcast, there's a whole thing of like Ethan's always late. It's like, oh, Ethan's late this week. Haha, it's really funny. He's always late. And I always wonder like, is Ethan actually late
or is everything just on fire and they've finally just managed to put it out for the hour, 3 hours that they stream for?
Exactly. Yeah. I think that us doing like the podcast for so long, it is very much a case of before we jump on to record it, there'll be like something that might go wrong. They're like, oh,
Always.
for some reason the mics are peaking. Oh, for some reason something's gone a little bit strange. And we fix it, we get onto it, and we jump onto it. Because it's not ever live streamed, the audience never really knows unless we say it.
Right, yeah.
But I honestly do think that even the biggest podcasts have these issues. Because when it comes down to it, we don't touch anything.
No, between streams, I do not flick any settings.
There we go.
I do not change anything because it just works.
Exactly.
It's worked that one time.
Yeah.
There was no fire started.
Yeah.
Just let it go. Let it roll. Like, I bought entire new gear. We could be using new gear right now.
Eventually we will, yeah.
And we'll probably use it next week. I don't want to make that promise, but we'll probably use it next week.
Yeah.
But that being said, it's sitting on the floor there. And the reason why I haven't done it is because I don't know what new fire I'm going to start by plugging any of that shit in.
Right. You're right. You're 100% right. I think that's why it took me so long to like get back into making videos, because having to use an entirely new software, I'm like, I don't know how this is going to burn my computer to the ground.
Right.
Because like Adobe, oh my God, bro. Adobe was like constant. Oh, you want to do something? No, I'm going to crash. Is that why? I don't know. You double clicked, crashing.
To be fair, OBS crashed when I was running AI generation in the background.
Bro, do not run AI generation in the background.
Maybe. Sorry.
Fucking brilliant.
I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
Bah, it's fine.
I didn't realize that was the case.
Yeah, now we know. We know. I think AI generation stuff has really taken off recently.
Yes.
Like I've been watching.
I don't want to talk
cool.
about it again because this will be like week 3 in a row.
We won't do. But I've been seeing some art online. I'm very impressed with what I've been seeing. Basically, it's very cool to watch. Literally, it's very interesting. There's a whole. I think one of my friends was telling me there's an entire AI generation like porn mishaps thing that they
mishaps.
Yeah, like someone's trying to make AI generated like some kind of porn thing they're trying to create, but instead of making the thing they want, it's like it just comes out to be like a weird hell beast, and they go
like a Cthulhu monster.
Yeah. And they're like, that's funny, woman with like 5 tits and no head.
Oh no, that happens.
Yeah,
like often because like it doesn't. How do I like? Because okay, it's pulling from like images to make like a human-esque body, right?
Yeah.
But the problem is that it can't differentiate between poses. So it's like, well, these are all people, so this must just be one person. So what it ends up doing is like blending like someone standing, someone sitting, someone laying sideways, and it just blends them into like one person.
There was a very, very interesting
it's good for making nightmare fuel.
It is good for making nightmare fuel, to be fair. Like there's a very interesting last thing about AI, because this is a very interesting one. It's a very interesting thing I watched online where someone's making a video comparing sort of AI generated art to like dealing with like an artist.
Sure.
It was a very fun little skit, and basically the guy goes, like, take one, it's like the artist. And he goes to the artist, hey, great fucking picture of a chair. Can you draw a man on the chair? Artist goes, all right, cool. Draws man on the chair. Easy, done. Next thing goes, AI generated art. Hey, great thing of a chair. Can you draw a man on it? Yeah, sure. Draws a man standing on the chair. No. Can you draw a man sitting on the chair? Draws a man sitting under the chair. No, under the chair. Can you draw him sitting on the chair? It's like a constant thing of like, not on the tree, not on the chair. Don't cut the chair. The same chair. It's
move the chair. No extra hands.
No extra hands. No extra feet. Do not make him to a Cthulhu. Like it's a whole process of like cutting down all the things you don't want the AI to do to get it to do the thing you want it to do.
Right.
Whereas like in talking to a real artist, it's like a case of just going, "Can you do this?" And they go, "Yeah, sure." They do it.
Right.
It is very much a case of how much willpower do you have banging your head against like the AI to get the thing you want.
But then here's the issue, right? Is like once you have it doing what you want,
oh, you're good. Yeah.
I can make that thing produce millions of images.
Yeah.
Very, very quickly.
Very easily.
The artist, if you ask like the artist, like, hey, draw a man on that chair, and they draw it once, and you're like, now draw it 7,000 times in different positions with different expressions every single time.
Yeah.
The artist would go, fuck that.
Yeah, I don't do that. That's insane.
And the AI is like, no problem. I'll have it done in 20 minutes.
Yeah, give me an hour and all your CPU, and I'll get this. I'll get this shit done, bro. I'll get this shit done.
Give me your 4090 GPU, and I'll let it run, and it'll be good.
Everything. Do not touch this computer for the next 24 hours.
The room's gonna be hot, by the way.
Bro, your room's gonna be a sauna. You're basically mining art. You're basically mining bitcoins,
kind of, yeah,
but
you're mining art.
It's cool. It's pretty interesting though.
It's neat.
It's interesting. That's my whole thing on AI. I've been watching different videos on it, and I found it very entertaining. I thought that was like a very interesting take on like the difference between like working with both mediums. Me personally, I think I mean, I don't understand art. You know me.
I think that like as a good step, like if you get something that you like out of an AI art thing and you like, then you send that to the artist and be like, fix this.
That's really good, actually. Yeah.
That would save you so much time because you've got it close to what you want. Then it's like, there's not like really like back and forth with the artist. This is too big. This is too small.
Yeah.
If you give like a 90% finished thing to an artist, be like, fix some of these goofy looking things, and that's all you have to do. Like that saves you so much time.
That's pretty. I think the artist would be pretty happy as well. Like if I'm an artist and someone's done like 90% of like
paint overs.
Yeah. And they go, here you go. Can you just fix this up? I'm like, yo, fuck yeah, easy. Give me 3 hours and $300. I'll get this done. Fucking straightforward.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like I'd pull it up, but like I have like a bajillion.
Don't worry about it. I know what you're saying. Yeah. It's cool. It's very interesting. I like it a lot. Do you want to talk about?
Sorry, we're gonna talk about fights.
Yeah, just about
talking about Japanese fights.
Japanese Fight Club. So I've tried to start this conversation a few times now, but I'll definitely get it this time.
There's gonna be some Japanese fights right now with me and my fucking computer.
Bro, I'm telling you, you grapple it to the ground on a train.
Right.
So like,
I'll win. Don't worry.
Dude, I'll wreck this computer. Friend of the show, Julie, Kantan Japan, came on a podcast a couple weeks ago, like a month ago, 2 months ago now.
It doesn't feel like that long ago, but it is like that long ago.
Side note, do you know what he told me recently? He was telling me that he still gets messages to this day from like on his like Instagram and such from people that listened to our podcast and was like, oh, I have questions about this thing, and they'll message him and be like, hey, I listened to
That's good.
That's cool. I was like, thanks, bro. He was like, I got one like last week of someone being like, hey, I want to be a freelancer in Japan. How do I like go from it? Like, how do I start up basically? Like, what do I do? I was like, that's nice. It's good to know that people actually listen and reach out to people when they ask and they say they don't mind helping and such. But yeah, friend of the show, Julian, Kantan Japan, you found a hilarious video of 2 Japanese men fighting on the train. And his commentary is simple. He goes, Japanese fights are so tame. I love the Oji-chan just sort of patting one of them at the end. Like, just like, shush, iyo, it'll be okay. You're good. But yeah, like, watching the fight, what did you think for David? What was your opinions on the fight?
The cameraman needs to like get into the action a little bit more,
bro.
Like I saw more of
Oji-chan's head
than I did anything else. But you know, the only part of this entire video, so I've just opened the video. The only part of this video that I fucking despise. So it's about 2 minutes of like these young-ish. Kind of youngish. I don't know. They're probably like 30-year-old otaku. That's what they look like.
Yeah. Probably fighting over like which fucking Sailor Moon is the youngest. I don't know. Whatever weird.
Well, that would be Chibi Moon, of course.
Fucking weirdos, definitely. Oh, you're right. Oji-chan is just hugging this guy at the end of the video, just patting him on the head.
Like, don't worry.
You lost the battle.
You lost the battle.
You win the war. It's okay. Don't you be. So we get to like the end of the video. Oh, I'll talk about the fight first. The fight was more meiwaku than it was like dangerous. So the fight was basically just like them in the middle of the train, just like grappling and like throwing really bad fists at each other. It wasn't a good fight. It wasn't even worth having a fight over. Like if you're gonna have a fight,
if you're gonna fight, throw hands.
If you're gonna fight,
I mean, they were kind of they're just kind of like tussling. It's
a tussle.
It's kerfuffle.
It's a kerfuffle. It's a kerfuffle.
It's not really a fight.
It's a little bit of a tiff.
Yep.
You had a little strongly worded argument, and now you're doing a little pushing. That's it.
There ain't no blood, and it's not a fight,
bro. Listen, in American rules, if no one is shot, it's not a fight. It's just how it is, especially like so. I'm watching the video to the end, and the doors open up the next station because the train's moving during this fight, which is fucking wild. Doors open up. Oji-chan basically like says to one of the guys who are fighting, "Okay, get off the train. Fuck off." The guy gets off the train. As he gets off the train, the security guard people get on the train to be like, what's all this then? There's a fight going on this train? Oh, spinning their like bully clubs, ready to fucking slap down.
They got their fucking revolvers on a chain.
Oh, bro,
that's the police, not the station staff.
Station staff have like, what do you call it? The little things they use to like grab stuff that fall into the station.
Yeah, the grabby claws or whatever they are. Yeah,
they got the extendable grabby claws on the chain. Like, what's all this then?
Right.
What's all this then? The thing that fucking rustled my feathers was that. So the guy gets off the train and he literally passes the 2 guards. He walks directly past them.
Yeah.
No one says like, "Oh, this is the dickhead that was
guy,
fighting."
yeah.
Nope, they didn't walk on. Guy walks on for some fucking reason. This bitch goes. There's a guy and a woman. This fucking bitch goes straight to the white guy standing in the corner innocently, and she's like, what's all this then? Oh, what? Sumimasen, like.
And he's just like, he doesn't want to be there.
No.
You can tell by his because he's up against the wall like this. He's like, oh, he's like, oh.
He's like, what the fuck do you want? Like, bro, I've literally been standing here. I didn't film the fight. He didn't even really watch the fight. He just sort of stood there.
I didn't honestly when the fight was going on. Like he's not even in the frame
at all. Like it's only at the end of the fight you kind of see him in it, and you go, oh,
he was there.
He was there. What? So the fact that this bitch was like, Smooth-sen Gaijin-san, was this you fighting on the train? Because glorious Nihonjin wouldn't be fighting on the train.
Yeah.
The good, humble, honorable Yamato people would not be fighting on a moving train? No. Heavens, no. All our fighting is done in sumo rings and or with swords back in like the 1800s. That's it. We've not fought
Did I ever
since.
tell you about the one time I went to Komiket?
No, go on.
Oh, okay. This was like... I was still living in Kawasaki at the time. So like, yeah, this must have been year 1, I think.
Nice, early days.
And if anyone knows what Komiket is, it's like the super big like comic convention.
Yeah, big comic festival.
And for specifically for like independent like comic artists or whatever, right? But I'll just say to preface this story, like 90% of it is pornography. At the time, this I did not know. But
bro, not gonna lie, the second you said independent artist, I was like, that's porn.
That's porn. Yeah,
that's porn.
But anyway, it doesn't matter.
Go on.
But I think that adds an extra special wrinkle to this story because it's quite funny. So like,
go on.
I'm in Komiket. It is like the most crowded motherfucking place I've ever been in Japan. Like absolutely fucking insane. Like you cannot walk. Like you're like side to side with people, right?
And it's just men.
And
no, it's not.
But surprisingly enough, most of the vendors were women, which was really weird.
God damn, boy.
But anyway, so it kind of had like this was like more close to the end of the day. It had like, cleared out a little bit. Like the real hardcore people who want to jerk off had came and got their porn and left or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
of course.
And I'm kind of just like sitting there on my phone in the middle of like what was it called, Mekihara Messe?
Yeah.
And it's in like a big like hangar warehouse type like thing. So they have like giant metal columns, right? So I'm just like back against this metal column and I'm just like watching people go by and I'm using my phone. And there's these two guys and they're walking like opposite directions this, right? And they're like they can see it's like they're not like they're not on their phones. And they fucking hit each other, right?
Why?
They hit each other. And then it's not like, sorry, dude, like, I'll just move around.
Yeah.
They hit each other and then they just like stick and they like keep pushing each other and pushing each other. And then it breaks out into like a literal fucking fist fight. And I'm like,
shut the fuck up.
What the fuck is going on?
Over what?
Because they bumped into each other. I don't fucking know.
Fucking losers.
But yeah, they just fucking bumped into each other. And then they just like, it looks like a fucking hockey fight, right?
Oh,
like
hell yeah.
Someone got body checked a little bit and then it was just like, gloves off, let's go. So they drop all their shit and they're just like fucking boom. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? They get like 1 or 2 shots in and then they're just yelling at each other as they're walking. I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
I can imagine they were like, they're getting really riled up, really horny, looking at all this fucking independent porn, fucking raging boners on both of them. Get a little bump, like, oh nah, fuck this guy. I'm gonna show him who's the alpha male here, who's the biggest dick.
Right.
They throw their fucking porn to the ground. Guy throws his body pillow aside. They start throwing hands.
That is like 100% exactly what it was like. And I'm just sitting there like watching it like.
But I think I know what happened here. I think what happened was that they started. This is clearly their first fight ever.
Maybe.
And they started throwing hands, and they both got one good shot. And like boom, boom. They went, actually, fighting hurts.
Fighting
like,
is bad.
This is no. My fist hurts. My face hurts. This isn't fun. Even if I win,
you go from Chunibyo to reality real quick,
real fucking fast.
when you take a fist.
Yo, nothing will sober you up to the sweet sense of reality like a fucking fist to the face. Let me fucking tell you. That
definitely
that'll wake you the fuck up. Right, tell you the time in university where I shouted a bitch sober.
No,
bro, I was.
A good story.
I forgot the exact background of where I was, but I was trying to do something. And I think my friend needed help or something. My friend was too drunk, something like that. And then I'm trying to like get my friend the help they need. I'm like, hey, bro, you know, I got you. Come this way. You know, let's get you some water. Let's get you out of here. This is one drunk girl just being all up in the situation. And I'm like, hey, fuck off. Like, we're trying to do a thing here. Trying to get my friend out. You're being very much in the way. What about friends gathering around now? Oh, yeah. I'm like, guys, yeah, you need to come on, man. Let's move. Make some space, you know, get out my way. I'm trying to like get my friend out of here. Yeah, but oh yeah, I see what you mean. I go and I just went, bitch, move. And I saw her eyes go from like, drunk, to like, oh, forgive me. I'm an accounting major. I should not be doing this right now. Everyone just stepped aside. And I was like, wow, I've never shouted some fuckers sober. That was very, very well done.
Bitch move is a good one.
Bitch move is universal. It's a universal one to use against all genders equally. It's like my fist. They're equal opportunity fists. Anyone can catch these hands. Men, women, young, old, children, religious, atheists. Anyone can catch these hands. This is okay. What does that fucking hilarious say? What is it? Equal rights, equal fights.
Equal rights, equal fights.
Equal rights, equal fights is probably the most hilarious. It's so funny. And if that's what it was, if it was only like that joke, I'd be like, it's hilarious. I kind of like this a lot. But the fact that people have taken it into really weird, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I'm like, this could be really fun, but you weird manosphere weirdos have taken it into a weird place that I don't like.
Right.
Like, you could have left it at the fun saying. You'd be like, oh, you go raise fights. Ah, very funny. Good joke, sir. And left it. There's always that one dickhead who's like, yeah, that's why I'm gonna punch
a lady.
And you're like, oh, okay,
that's not what it means.
That's not what it means, my man. That's not what it means. It means that you have the right to defend yourself if someone is like trying to attack you. It doesn't mean like, oh, I'm going to start shit with women. It's like, no, you're a little bitch. Stop it. Like, calm the fuck down. What's wrong with you? Get some help. Stop it. Get some help.
Get some help.
Fucking weirdos. Have you seen any big fights in Japan apart from the one at the Comic-Con?
Yeah, we had mentioned a little bit earlier, but I saw the one fight
you were saying
when I first came to Kyoto in like 11th grade. So this is like wild to me.
The fact that it's in Kyoto is brilliant.
Yeah, because like Kyoto's like pretty chill most of the time, right? Like, when are you fighting in Kyoto? Like Kyoto's like supposed to be Zen, right?
Who's looking at like Zen temples? You see like Ginkakuji,
right?
You see like the fucking like Buddhas and stuff. You have some matcha, and you're like, someone needs to catch these.
Right. I remember this so vividly because I know exactly where I was. I was with my cousin, and we're in Kyoto, and we had gone to like a mom and pop shop, like okonomiyaki place.
Oh, nice.
And I remember this happening because it was like late at night, and like I was in 11th grade, so I was like not quite 18 yet. But we eat at this okonomiyaki place, and we walk out the door, and it's like in like, you know, like a shotengai, not like a shotengai, but you know, like a kind of that style of area where there's like shops, izakayas, and whatever. And like literally across the street, these two guys are just yelling at each other. I assume, which at the time I didn't know was Kyoto Ben, but they're just like, they're yelling at each other, right?
Yeah.
And one of these guys, they're both dressed like salarymen, and then one of these guys is just in crutches. He's got one crutch and a broken leg, and he's just like, you know, on his crutch or whatever. I don't know if it was sprained or whatever.
So his mobility is -5.
Mobility low.
Bro,
right?
Don't want that.
And they're just having a fucking row, right? You just yelling at each other.
Nice.
And then the guy with the crutch must have got like so fucking angry because he's probably on like painkillers or whatever. Yeah. So at that point, he's just like looped out or whatever. Man just like says, fuck this, steps on his broken leg, like off of his crutch, picks it up like a bat, and just hits this other dude square in the ribs with this fucking crutch. Way. And like, I'm across the street, and both of us are just like watching this. We look at each other like, that's wild. My cousin's like, I've never seen shit like this before. And he had been living here for like 5, 6, 7 years.
Jesus Christ, that's fucking crazy.
It was wild.
I love random Japanese fights, and I shouldn't, but I do for an important reason, and it's because you don't expect it. It's always in the regions you don't expect it to happen.
Did I ever tell you about the fight on the train?
Oh, I love
with the kid and the kid and the bald guy.
Go on, tell me.
Okay.
Oh, I love train fights.
It's really funny. Okay, I was going to a Tommy.
Oh, yes.
So this is like I was on the train for a long time, right? So I got lucky enough to get a seat. So I'm sitting there, right? I'm sitting there in my seat. In front of me, this kid goes through the train car.
Yeah.
He goes to the next train car. I'm like, well, that's weird. There's a lot of seats in here. Like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Maybe like 15 seconds. Dude comes out of the other train car. This bald guy. Comes out the other train car. I'm like,
Weird.
That's weird. And this is like while the train is in motion from station to station. I'm like, that's really weird. And then you can only see as far as your car, right? Because there's like walls at the end. So I'm just sitting there looking out the window, and then just outside on the platform, moving from right to left in front of me, these people are having the kid and the guy are on the station platform having a fist fight.
No fucking way.
It's like,
what?
I watched them go by this way, and then I watched them go by this way, fighting in a fist fight, and I'm like, huh.
Who won? Who looked like they were winning? The kid?
Well, the station staff noticed it. Yeah, the kid was on the ground because he was like, he was like young. I don't think he was that
What's
old.
a young? You can't be fighting children. What the fuck?
Yeah, you probably shouldn't fight children. That's not cool. Don't do that.
There's a hard limit of people you can and you can't fight. You cannot
Right,
fight
of
children.
course. Yeah,
like,
yeah.
That's fucked up, bro. Like,
Yeah,
no
not
matter
cool.
what this kid does, it's like it's a child. Like,
Yeah, come on. Like, why are you doing that? That's not cool.
I think my whole thing is like fighting. I don't understand anyone who like would generally be like, I'm gonna fight a kid. I'm like, bro, that's no challenge.
That's
For one thing,
this is weird, right? Like, why would you do that?
you got a weird thing. That's very strange, especially considering this guy, the bald guy, chased the kid right through the train
Right?
platforms.
Yeah.
Now that's sus. I'm calling the police.
Yeah,
That's
a little
weird.
bit.
I don't like that at all. That's really fucking strange. I think fights mostly happen in Japan on like in areas you don't expect it, and then also on trains.
Right.
Everyone's in a bad mood on a train, so like you're guaranteed to get
in a bad mood.
Bro, everyone's in a bad mood on a fucking
Especially
train.
wintertime. You're just a sweaty mess on the train in wintertime.
Everyone's angry. I think Chuo Line has had some pretty good fucking fights. I think I've only seen one or two that I remember. The one that happened on my carriage that I remember very clearly was I was standing near the what's that zone? Like the handicap for mothers, blah blah blah, whatever zone. So I'm standing there, and then there's like a young guy sitting down, and a kind of like not old guy, but
Right.
older than the young guy gets on the train. The guy must be like 30, 35. Old guy's like standing. He's waiting. He's looking at this young guy. And he's like, oh, stand up for your elders. And the guy's like, what? He's like, you should stand up for your elders. And he's like, yeah, when someone old gets on the train, I'll stand up. Don't worry about it. I was like, he's like, the guy's so calm. He's like, he's like, if someone old gets on the train, I'll stand up. He's like, no, I'm older than you, so you need to stand up for me. And the guy's like, what? No, that's not how this works. It's not age hierarchy, you fucking weirdo. This is for like old or disabled or like mothers and shit or pregnant women.
Pregnant women, yeah. People with crutches.
Yeah, exactly. It's like there's literally there was no one in our carriage that was old. So the guy's like, yeah, no. And the salaryman was not having it. He was like, I want to fucking sit down, and I'm gonna make a big scene like a child until I can sit down. So he's making this big old scene. He's ranting to this guy. This is my boy. He's looking at this guy going, and just slowly putting his headphones in, and he's just like, and the salaryman just like screaming. He's like, you need to listen, respect your elders. That's the problem with young people these days. And everything's getting more like rolling.
Yeah.
And the guy's just like, he's like, you listen to me? You fucking listen to me? And the guy's like, hi. Bro, I'm there. I had to move carriage because I'm there like, it's so funny. But if I laugh, the guy's gonna direct it to me. I was like, I need to change cars. I'm gonna laugh. This is so funny. The young guy does not care. I think those are the fights you see the most in Japan. It's like someone's got too angry about something that no one should care about, and the person at the receiving end is just like, man, I don't care.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I don't have time for this. I don't give a shit. It's like when people approach me, like, I think I wasn't wearing a mask. I was like drinking coffee. It's a few days ago, actually.
Yeah.
I was wearing a mask. I was drinking coffee. This old woman out of fucking nowhere. 'Cause obviously, tourists are back, so like old people have gained the confidence of 1,000 old people. out of nowhere, she's like,
the confidence of 1,000 old people.
They're so strong now, David. She goes to me, she's like, oh, welcome to Japan. And I'm like,
but that all changed when the tourists invaded.
The tourist attacked. Fucking, it's basically, the tourists are basically Aizen's comment, and all the old people are firebenders, because they're strong as fuck right now. This bitch was like, she's like, oh, welcome to Japan. And I go, I've lived here for 5 years. And she goes, oh, you need mask. And I go, I'm drinking coffee. And she goes, and I go, 今コーヒー飲んでるコーヒー。今飲んでる。マスク外ってんだから飲まないよ。I was like, I can't drink coffee or wearing a fucking mask. She goes, oh, 日本語上手。I was like, I've lived here for 5 years. Fuck off. Like, the fuck are you, bitch? Like, I'm standing here waiting for my friend, drinking coffee, and you're like, oh, you gotta wear a mask. How the fuck do I drink coffee then, huh? Huh? How do I do that then? Stupid bitch. I was so mad. I was like, this bitch gonna catch these hands.
Some people just need to, like, mind their own motherfucking business.
I am a proponent of minding your own fucking business. Like, you don't. The second you decide, like, in your life, the second you decide, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna see what's up with that person over there. I'm gonna see if they know the rules and regulations of Japan. You're gonna catch the biggest fucking ass kicking, and you deserve it. I think you truly do. Like, mind your own fucking business. You don't know. Like, when I was in Shibuya yesterday. We'll get to that about Halloween stuff.
Yeah.
I was in Shibuya yesterday. Tons of people not wearing masks. Was I like, sorry guys.
I see Japanese people wearing masks, like not
wearing masks all the time. Stop right there. Gaijin PD. This is my official badge I've printed myself because I've lived for 5 years. Stop right there. Gatekeeping Gaijin here. You need a mask in Japan. In Japanese, it's pronounced masku. I've lived for 5 years. I have N3.
I have N3. I assume I have N3.
Gaijin, stop right there. Come, get over here. So put out your N so I can see if I'm above and or below you. N4, eh? Well, looks like we have a troublemaker here. That's like how I see gatekeepers in Japan.
Right.
Quick, how many kanji do you know? 7? It's 2 more than me. Get out of here. Get out of here.
I'll let you off with a warning this time.
Fucking trash. Oh, God.
No, I'd be like, oh, Nihongo jozu.
You gotta say it very good. You gotta say it in a policeman way. Nihongo jozu. Very good there, sir. Alright. On your way. Or as the Japanese would say, on your way. I'm N5. I can't read my own name.
Kimi kaede.
Oh, I love that. Or as the Japanese would say, Kibi dango ski desu. I've been learning from children's textbooks. Just read Momotaro.
My favorite.
Momotaro Sensei's taught me what I need to know. Apparently in Japan you can make animal friends by giving them fucking dango.
Gaijin dropping the N-bomb left and right. What N-bomb? Nihongo jozu.
Oh, Nihongo. I was like, oh shit, did I say it? Bro, nothing is more fun. Oh, for those listening.
You said the N-word to me. Nihongo jozu.
Nihongo jozu?
How dare he?
Nothing is, if you want to really throw someone for a loop, nothing is more fun than you being just like a whatever foreigner saying to like your other foreign friend that Nihongo is jozu. It is fucking hilarious. It's so funny just to like outright Nihongo jozu someone. Or you step up from that and you tell a Japanese person Nihongo jozu. That is, you want to confuse a motherfucker? Just Nihongo, before they can jozu you jozu them.
Jozu them,
Bro, jozu na.
Nihongo jozu.
Nihongo jozu? Nihon nanne? Your entire life? Sugoi.
Subarashi.
Sparish. Nihongo jozu. Wow. Spaingo wa dekimasu ka?
Spaingo.
Just pull out a random fucking language. Doitsugo wa dekiru? Doitsugo. Dekiru no?
Yo, don't do that though. Because I've been language checked by people.
Oh shit, bro.
Remember I told you that story about the lady at the health center?
Go on.
Oh, did I not tell this story? I swear to God I did.
I think you did. Go on to me.
Yeah. When I went to go get like my yearly like health check.
Essential.
The lady's like, "Oh, you're from Canada." I'm like,
"Oh
yeah.
shit."
And then,
yeah.
And she's like, "Do you speak French?" And I'm like a tiny bit. And then she just starts speaking French and I'm like, "Yeah, not that much."
Bro. Yes.
France go Jozu Janai.
Yo, this
Jozu
happens.
Janai, my man.
Jozu Janai, my man. Like, listen, that France go, it's fucking hita. I had that one in I've always said that I love like secret English speakers, like people who speak like fluent like English at my my kickboxing school. So we have up until now, we've had 2 other people who speak English. One guy called Tiger, my boy, my guy. Love this kid. First day we met, English straight. He was like, "Yo, my name's Tiger. Call me Tiger." I was like, "Yo, love you." He's cool. He's like, "My wife loves Kirby." I was like, "Now we're boys." That's it. Now we're boys. That's fucking sick. And then there's another guy who I do sparring with. He's like a southpaw. Very cool. Like has really cool, chill, kind of spiky English. He'd be like, let's do a little bit of cool, relaxed sparring. And I'm like this guy. Very cool people. A new player came to the gym like Wednesday when I was sparring there. So hanging out, doing the whole session, fucking around, like, pairs, whatever. Class ends, and sensei's like, "All right, you guys want to train, do some 1-on-1, hit it, it's perfectly okay." Guy comes up to me, and he's like, "Hey, where are you from?" And I'm like, "What?" Because I didn't expect the English. So I'm like, "What?" He goes, "Oh my, I was like, he's like, oh. It's like 2 minutes, but like, because we just don't know, because like we've completely fucked up the beginning of the conversation.
Now, who's where on the scale of language ability?
Exactly. Yeah, we completely fucked it up. So then like we finally decided, okay, we'll speak in English. So we start speaking English, and I go, "Oh yeah," and he goes, "Come on." He's like, I didn't know what language to start in because I heard you speaking in Japanese and English throughout the class, and I'm like, "Yeah, it depends who I'm talking to. I'll just change languages." And he goes, "Bro, no, like." He's like, "I thought you were like Hafu." So I was like, "Is it today to talk in like Japanese? Is it today not to talk in Japanese? Like, how do I approach this?" So I thought, okay, I'll do it in English. So when he did it in English, and I was like, "Nani?" He goes, "Oh no, I'm being shit today."
Oh no.
It's like my worst fears. And he starts like panicking with languages. Dude, I'm dying. And I turned to him and I dropped the most incredible bomb. His whole soul left his body. He goes, "Gomen." I turned to him, I go, "But sir, I am Hafu." And he goes, "No." And I go, he's like, "Oh, Nihonjin." I was like, "No."
No.
He's like, "No." And he's like,
yeah, that's always the weird thing. Like, Hafu is always described as Japan plus something.
Yeah. It's really fun to me. Like, "Oh, Japanese anime." No, white and black, my dude. Seen those peanut butter things where it's like half peanut butter and half jam? Imagine that but mixed up. That's me. It's me. Or the white chocolate. Have you seen that white chocolate?
I've seen one with like chocolate and marshmallow.
Oh, that sounds.
That would be closer. That's white and black, right?
That's way more to me, dude. Honestly, that would be America.
Oh, of course. Where else would it be?
I love, like, if anyone tells me a food, so
only degenerates could make that.
Only fucking degenerates would make it's like what's that shit I hate? Marshmallow fluff.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. It's like Nutella plus marshmallow fluff.
Have you ever eaten that, like, with your?
No. I like a marshmallow, but like not just as a spreadable condiment.
I'm gonna tell you,
marshmallows should not spread. That's the hot take from David. Marshmallows should not spread.
I'll back up that take, and thus it's now become a staple Tokyo Fresh take. Marshmallow does not spread.
There's only one instance where a marshmallow should spread, and that is after you have cooked it over a campfire.
Preach.
That's the only time it should be able to be spreadable.
Let them know, and even then, it's not spreadable per se. You can jam it between 2 cracks, like a delicious s'more. Preach. Let the people know.
That's about it.
Let the people fucking know. I was years ago in America hanging out. We're like, "Oh my god, marshmallow fluff! I've seen this on television in the UK,
on the TVs,
when you watch American shows." But of course, we can't get this in the UK because it's full of fucking chemicals that are illegal in the UK.
I mean, marshmallows are basically like 99% chemicals.
Yeah, bro. So my little sister bought it. She's like, "Wow, I'm gonna try this like marshmallow fluff thing." I remember having the smallest teaspoon of it, and I was like, "This is like eating chemicals. This is not like." I don't understand how you can eat it and go, "Oh, this is good. I want more of this." Because
it's 90% sugar.
It tastes like chemicals. It's horrible. Like
To be fair, I've never eaten marshmallow fluff, so I don't know.
David, oh my I think it's probably because if you grow up eating American food, you don't really. It's all chemicals. You don't really get it. You're like, "Oh, this is same as everything else." Right. But coming from like the UK, going to America, eating like whatever should be in the UK, I mean, it's shit, but it's not full of like chemicals, basically.
Speaking of this, because what's your take on Cheese Whiz?
Fuck's Cheese? Oh, that sounds horrible. No, I've never had it.
You don't like Cheese Whiz?
I've never had it.
It's like spreadable cheese, basically. It's like, have you seen like Goofy movie?
Yeah.
You know, like his friend
Oh,
who
and
makes the thing of cheese.
Yeah, he's always
like
like
imagine that, but like the consistency of like peanut butter, and it's like spreadable cheese. Imagine butter,
okay.
but the flavor of the butter is cheese.
What?
Yeah, but like a cheddar cheese.
Does it melt like butter as well? Is it like
No. It doesn't melt like butter. Not really.
I don't know how I feel about that. Is it good?
I enjoy it.
Is it
personally?
Does it taste like cheese or does it taste like chemicals?
Does it taste like cheese? I mean, American cheese, yes. Like, you know, like the white, not white, like the yellow, orange,
block.
fluorescent orange cheese.
Mm-hmm. Government cheese,
Cheese Whiz is only acceptable with crackers. How
else would you eat it?
I like a sandwich. This is weird, though.
Oh my god.
I think this is weird. This is like Gordon Ramsay would like put a knife through my heart.
I'm patching me into the podcast right now. He's gonna hear about this.
I like you know, you do some toast.
Okay.
Cheese with spread.
Okay.
Dill pickles.
I don't know what cheese Whiz tastes like to know if that would be good.
I mean, have you eaten American cheese?
Yes.
So imagine that as spreadable.
I'm imagining that toasted on a piece of bread with some pickles would be delicious.
It's not bad.
I can see that.
It's not bad.
I can see that. You know what? If I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna be back in the UK this winter, so I'll see.
Find some Cheese Whiz.
Yeah, I'll see if there's Cheese Whiz in the UK.
Why is there like a weird ghosting effect here?
Look at the light.
Bottom corner.
Oh, yeah, put the light over there. There you go. Yeah, always. It's a little weird things when the light peeks in. It's very. Yeah, happens.
Sure.
But yeah, it's
Anyway.
the whole thing. Before we get into the Halloween stuff, I finally booked tickets back to the UK. I'm coming for you, England. Coming the entirety of December. I'll be back in the trash case of the UK.
Sliced cheese is perfectly bread shaped for toast. Yes, that's why you use it for grilled cheese.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you do.
But you can't use Cheese Whiz for grilled cheese.
Unless you line the corners perfectly.
Yeah, which, I mean, I guess you could. But it doesn't melt. It doesn't melt like, it's not like a nacho cheese where it melts. It's different. It's like a spread. It's more aerated. There's like more air bubbles in it. So it's kind of like fluffy a little bit.
Yeah. American food always weirds me out. Like it's always so interesting because it's things that for a long time we couldn't get in the UK.
Right.
But it also really weirded me out because like the entire thought process was always like, how did you even begin to make this? For example,
Right.
I'm gonna take marshmallow fluff we talked about before. It's like with marshmallow fluff, you go, okay, I'm gonna make like marshmallows, and everyone goes, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, we can toast them. Cool. It's sugar.
Right.
Nice. And then who's the person that goes, do you know what we should do? Let's melt these down to a plastic case, put stuff in them so they're constantly spreadable, and sell them to the masses. Now, I get it. Crazy ideas. People are crazy.
Mm-hmm.
How the fuck did it catch on?
It's the same shit like the fucking peanut butter and jam in the same container.
Some poor people shit.
Like, are you fucking like lazy? Just buy peanut butter and buy jam. You can use the same fucking knife.
Poor people shit. That's what it is.
Is it? Because I think it's lazy people shit.
Nah, it's poor people shit. It's cheaper. Buying one peanut butter jam
but
combination.
It's not. But it's not because you're only getting half the peanut butter and half the jam.
Yeah, but it's cheaper.
How? How do you figure? Because if I need to, if I take a whole can of peanut butter and a whole can of jam, and one can of the peanut butter and jam, I'm gonna be able to make way more PB&J with one thing of peanut butter and one thing of jam than I would if they were in the same container due to volume.
Depends. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So now, if the cost of the PB&J is the same as the amount of either the jam or the peanut butter, I'm going to end up buying 2 cases of the peanut butter and jam in the same container to make the same amount of peanut butter and jam.
Saying. I think it depends on how much you're spreading on each.
And also, jam and peanut butter are two very different consistencies, and also peanut butter is extremely oily.
Yeah.
So
I think what you're doing is like, I think normally when you make these sandwiches, talk about the genius of making of sandwich technology. I think normally you go peanut butter, entire thing of bread, right?
Yeah.
Then the other side you put jam. I think with the peanut butter jam mixture thing, you just have one slice of bread which you slather in the mixture.
But it's like half and half. It's not like they're swirled together.
You like group both, I assume. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not American. I don't know how people. Let me know. Let us know. Yes. I have no idea.
If you're American, let us know about
how do you
peanut butter and
mixed
jam.
Peanut butter? Exactly. How do you use mixed peanut butter jam? What's the science behind it?
Just why?
Why?
Just why?
What about Halloween?
Yes, let's
Oh my god, Halloween is a shit show. It's gonna be.
I mean, it was a shit show.
It's been a shit show for like a long time. So like, for those who don't know, Halloween in Japan is depending on where you're based, it's kind of one of few things. And normally these things are you go to Shibuya if you're in Tokyo,
or you go to Dotonbori
if you're in Osaka. And if you're not in those areas,
you don't care. You don't care about Halloween.
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. But yeah, so we went about Tokyo because that's where we're based. Go to Shibuya, you normally do a whole like drinking in Shibuya all night thing. Maybe you go to a club like a Halloween party type thing, then you're done. You've stayed up all night. Congratulations, all done. You've done a Halloween thing.
Right.
I think the weirdest thing about Halloween in Japan is that it's not on the 31st.
It's on whatever day that you have off that you can drink that is closest to the 31st.
Yeah, exactly. So yesterday I was in Shibuya briefly. I was like in and out to like get some stuff. Do some shopping at big old Daiso there. And I get to Shibuya and I'm like, oh, this is pretty busy.
Yeah.
No, that's okay. It's not bad. Pretty busy, but expected. It should be on a Friday night.
Right.
Then as it started to get later, just more and more people were coming out in costumes.
I know my coworker went last night.
Seriously?
Yeah.
No fucking, where'd they go?
Shibuya.
Oh, just to drink all night there? Or?
I guess so.
Fuck me. I saw, what's that fucking streamer? The guy who I had no idea who he was before. Does IRL streaming.
Who could, what do you mean?
Oh my god, what's his name?
There's so many of them.
There's so many. Does IRL streaming. It's pretty big. Fuck. Something Gaijin.
Oh, Retro Gaijin.
Thank you. That was bugging me. That's the guy I saw. Yeah, he was like in Shibuya doing like a streaming thing.
Well, I mean, you knew who he was beforehand.
Oh
yes, we did.
We did that day. Yes.
Speaking of Halloween,
forgive me. Yes.
There's some. Go back to that episode. There's some Tokyo Fresh lore for you. I'm not gonna say more than that.
It's a great episode. Oh my god, go back to it. It's a year back. You'll find it. We're not gonna give you any more advice than that. But yeah, before
put 2 and 2 together based off this conversation.
You can do it. I believe in you. Such a good gossip. Before that day of like when we saw him, I had no idea who he was basically. So like seeing him on this thing, I was like, oh. That was like my entire reaction.
Right.
I was like, oh, that's the guy. Anyway, I have shopping to do.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, IRL streamers. Well, it's like IRL streamers in Japan do nothing for me because I'm just like, oh, I just get on the train and I go and I'm there. Like, what do I give a shit, right?
I would never understand IRL streamers. I think there are certain events where it makes sense to want to watch an IRL streamer doing some cool shit. Like, there's a big festival going on. There's a big old matsuri, and your favorite streamer is going to do some streaming
like
shit.
Chris, I don't think he IRL streamed this, but he did like the Yamanote line marathon.
He did. It
we
was
went
cool.
all the way around the Yamanote line, walking, not riding the train.
Yep.
He wasn't in contention to be the Pope.
Exactly. Yeah. That'd be good though. That'd be fucking sick. They did. I'm really bad at names. Sea Dog did a live stream of them doing
riding across Hokkaido.
Stuff like that. I understand that being very good content. Like, it's entertaining. There's a goal to it.
Nobody else is doing it.
No one else is doing it. It's very good
Walking
content.
around Shibuya has been done.
Boring.
It's fucking boring.
Walking around Shibuya when there's no event happening, guys, don't watch that. It's not good. Like, I promise you, all you're doing is slightly spoiling Shibuya for yourself.
Correct. Yes, I think that is. I think that is the big takeaway from that, because like, if you're vicariously living through someone else, if you actually come and you're gonna be like, I want to do this, you're gonna have this like sense, not like a FOMO, but like the opposite of FOMO, where you're like, I've been here before, but you actually haven't been here before, so it's wrecked your sense of discovery, right? Like that's 100%. that's the most fun part about traveling, right? Is like, I've never seen this before, this is a new experience to me, and like that's why I think try not to poo-poo so many people at going to like Shibuya Crossing. We think it's fucking lame, but like, if you've never not followed us and you've not heard us absolutely just dunk on Shibuya forever and never
love it,
then you're like, okay, it's kind of cool to be here, right?
So it's certain things that I understand the appeal of IRL streamers. You're living vicariously through a person's content. I get that, but the problem is when you have like a YouTube video, for example,
right?
A YouTube video is giving you a very curated, concentrated version of this thing.
Right, because it's like, how long was the video before you cut it down to 10 minutes?
3
hours, probably.
And that's the thing, like, you're getting a nice condensed version of these things. Nothing's been spoiled. You don't get to see, like, there are little things on the street you haven't seen because we can't put it in the video. So, for example, if I'm doing a video about, like, Asakusa, like
sure, yeah,
I'll be like, wow, we're here. This is the gate. Shrine. We're doing a pray thing. I've eaten some dango. We're done. Thanks for watching. See you guys next one.
Right.
And you've got a little taste of the area. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You've got a little bit, little appetizer, you know, a little taste what the area is about. But to watch an IRL streamer like just walk through the entirety of Sakusa, every street, you've literally spoiled it for yourself. Like I'm sure there are people that are going to be like, no, you've not. I'll go and see it in real life. No, 1000%. You've spoiled it for yourself. You have. So my comparison is...
It's like watching a review for a movie first and then going to watch the movie.
Yes! You know what you've ruined... In a sense, you've ruined the movie. Like, you know what's going to happen. What's the point of watching it now? Like, does it make sense? Like, my big thing was when I went to Nara for the first time, my whole thing was that it was zero research, only travel. That was my thing. I will never research the area. I'm just going to go, and I'm just going to see what's there, and I'm going to hang out. And I go to... Nada, and all I knew was deer. That's all I knew.
Right, yeah. That's like, the extent of your research.
Yeah.
There are deer, sometimes they eat cookies.
Cookies. Yeah, that's it. I didn't know how to buy the cookies. I didn't know where to buy them from. All I knew was shika, deer, senbei.
Right,
nice.
yeah.
And it was sick. And I walked around, and I was like, look at all these deers. And I ended up going to the temple there. I had no idea. I was just walking up and down. I was like, the shrine? It's nice. Let's go inside. I go inside. Giant fucking Buddha, and I had no idea it was there.
Did you go to like Todaiji?
Maybe wherever the giant Buddha is.
Yeah, Todaiji.
Probably. To this
I
day,
mean, it's not other. That could be multiple places,
right.
But yeah,
it's the one that's inside. And you can climb inside the thing to see how.
Yeah. It's okay. Yeah, Todaiji. Yeah.
So I didn't know that existed, and I got the shock of my fucking life when I walked inside, and like your eyes adjust the darkness, and there's just the biggest fucking Buddha I've ever seen in my life. And it was terrifying because I don't expect it. I didn't know it was there. But if I'd watched someone go and do it
and walk around inside and been like,
you've seen it now. You've seen the approach. You ruined the whole build up. Like it becomes like sort of nothing. So I don't like that. But for certain things, like for the Halloween thing, I get streamers being there. It's an event you maybe won't be able to go to. So I understand wanting to live vicariously through that Halloween event. Because like that Halloween event at that time, at that moment, isn't going to happen again to the same extent that it's ever happened. You know what I mean? It's like a festival happening.
Right.
You watch a festival through IO streaming, it's not going to happen again to the same extent that it happened. You know what I mean? It's always going to be a little bit different.
Right. Something will be a little bit different.
Exactly. So that's what I understand. But everything else, I'm kind of like, I don't get it. Like,
yeah, like walking around an area on a Tuesday is like... Yeah, to me that seems to like rob traveling of its magic.
A little bit, yeah. You've kind of
it's like why? Because like now it's like I know where everything is located. There's no joy in being like I found this cool place.
You didn't. Yeah.
Maybe other people knew that it was there, but like I didn't. I've not interacted with those people. Do you think listening to your podcast spoils Japan or makes it better? Ooh, that's a good question.
I think listening to the podcast can't spoil Japan. We're not.
I think it 100% spoils Japan.
You think it spoils Japan? Brilliant.
I think it 100% spoils Japan based off the sheer fact that we are very much realists.
You're right.
In that, I think people have this bubblegum rainbows view of Japan, and we do not talk about Japan in the same light. So, on the flip side, however, I think that the amount that we do shit on Japan when people come to be like, actually,
it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think it ruins. I'm taking off some of your shine of Japan.
Right.
Like you believe, not you per se, but not chat per se, but like certain people believe Japan to be like this golden fucking egg on top of a mountain of pure silver, and it can do no wrong, cause no harm. It's a wonderful godlike nation, and it's our job to basically wipe the shine of Japan. To be like, look, it's actually just a rock. This is just gold paint.
It's a very nice rock.
It's a nice rock. It's very smooth. Look, it wasn't gold. It was just a nice rock, and that's fine. It can be just a nice rock, and I think to some extent maybe that does ruin it for you if you do believe Japan to be that shiny golden rock on a mountain. But for those who don't, I don't think it does. I think it is a very, it's just like a insight to what living in Japan is like, I should say.
I think in a way it tempers your expectations a little bit.
Very important, yeah.
Because whereas if I'm telling people like Asakusa is X, Y, and Z, right?
Yeah.
Like you can take me at my word, but like I haven't shown you any part of Asakusa. I haven't taken you there. I haven't given you my opinion on something when I see it, right? Like there has to be, whereas like an IRL stream has the context of that there's some kind of video element where like if I'm like on the podcast, I'm like, yo, the fucking gate in Asakusa with that big chochin, that thing is fucking huge, right?
It's huge, yeah.
It's giant, right?
You don't know.
But you don't know, like, what is huge? It's huge, like, bigger than my arm span. Is huge, like, the size of a mountain. I don't know. So when you go there and it is literally, like, fucking gigantic,
huge, yeah.
you're like, oh shit, okay, they weren't joking, right?
Exactly, yeah.
But if an IRL streamer goes like, wow, look at that big chochin, it's real big, and like you can see it in relation to everything else, you're like, that's cool. I guess I don't need to see it now.
Yeah. I think it does take a little away from it. Like I've done the thing where I've watched like my friend's IRL stream doing a thing, because we're doing a video on it.
Yeah.
And then watching the stream and then going to the place, I was like, this really did take away from it. Like this has really taken, like, it doesn't have the same wow factor because I've seen it.
Yeah.
It just feels like I've gone to a place that I've seen on TV before, and it really did cut away that element of like, this is the first time I've seen this thing. You know what I mean? It's a little bit, it does cut that level of excitement just a little bit, I think. You'll still have it, like you'll have the whole wow, I'm in Japan element to it, but like walking around Shibuya doesn't hit as hard. No. And walking around like certain areas it's not as slappy if you've seen it 1,000 times on your favorite IRL streamers like page or whatever.
Right.
Take my word for it. Don't take my word for it. I honestly don't give a shit, because when it comes down to it, it's however you want to travel. You were saying like the whole trailer thing, like people who watch reviews before they go watch the movie. I know dickers who do that. I know people who read the entire plot of the film
and then go see it.
And then go and see it.
And then be like, wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be.
Fucking psychopaths. Yeah.
What do you mean?
People do that.
It's exactly what you thought it was going to be.
Yeah, exactly.
And the reason you're disappointed is because none of that. Yeah, that's the thing. It's very weird, right? If you know like the twist ending or something, or like the surprise of something, and then you go see it, you're like, oh, it's not what I thought it was. And it's because knowing what comes next removes the suspense, removes any kind of like surprise you would have, or like that kind of like magical first time experience nature. So I think just speaking specifically about somewhere like Shibuya, right, is that like we're always constantly on Shibuya, not because we think Shibuya is shit necessarily, but it's a lot of just, it's so very, for us, because we've lived here for so long, it's just very mundane, and we're like we're you know, it's like we're at the point where we've watched the movie 700 times and we're like, okay, this is the part where the guy gets stabbed and dies, right? And you're not surprised, but like, this is the twist ending at the end of the movie, and you're like, called it, I knew it was coming, because like I've seen this movie 700 times, right? Like,
the wildest thing is, so if the IRL streamer, we'll get back onto Halloween after this, but if the IRL streamer is in a sense the review of the movie, and then you go in your first time is like the first watch. I remember my first time being in Shibuya, I remember not caring about the crossings. I'd seen 100 times, and we have something similar in the UK, so I was like, whatever, I don't really care about this. But then like exploring the streets of Shibuya the first few times was fucking sick. Yeah, finding different cafes, getting really fucking lost, like trying to work our way back to the station, stuff like that. Like that's fucking fun. And I think if I had seen someone already navigate these streets and I knew what I was doing, I was like, oh, IRL streamer 286 did this exact walk, so I know exactly where I'm going. It strips something away. There is that fun of being lost, being like, oh my god, this street connects to Yogi. Yes. Oh my god, this
and think about this too, right? If you know you are going from A to B, what have you skipped?
Exactly.
Because you now have like you're like, I'm going to this place that streamer A went to because it's cool, and you just go there. You don't go off any of the side paths. You're not like just wandering.
Yep.
You're like, I'm going from A to B. You see the thing at B and you go cool, and then you go back.
Bro,
right?
From A to B, there are so many side missions.
Especially in places like Shibuya, because it's just like all those buildings are just stacked, right?
Stacked, bro. Big old fucking. It's crazy. Like
up and down.
Oh yeah, it's insane. Like going from, like I'd always have a location. I'd be like, I'm gonna go and see. Like my travel would be like, okay, I'm gonna go see this shrine, and I'll get off at the station. And the amount of fucking side quest markers from A to B is fucking insane. Like I've gone on an accidental side quest that took me 3 hours off track to where I was meant to be going, and I'm like, oh shit, well God damn, I'm going to the wrong place. I had to circle all the way back to do the thing I was meant to do originally. You know what I mean? And that shit's fun. I think if you know where you want to go and you just follow the lines that the streamer followed, in a sense, you're not adventuring. You're just kind of
you're following in someone else's footsteps, right?
I like that. My whole thing on this podcast, my entire thing is that if you go back to episode 1, season 1, I've said this 1,000 times. Yeah. You gotta explore. You gotta adventure. You don't plan too much. Just go. Just do some cool shit. Go meet some interesting people. Go drink too much in the street somewhere. Go and find some more jichan and hang out and high five. Like don't over curate your trip here. Just go. Yeah. Think
about it like this, right? Okay. If you were gonna go, like if someone's like, hey, I want to go to Shibuya Crossing, I'd be like, cool, okay.
I go for it. Yeah.
Go there. But I know because I've been here enough. I'm gonna be like, you're gonna spend 10 minutes at the crossing maximum.
Max.
Now what do you do, right? Do you get back on the train? Do you go somewhere else? Are you going to walk around Shibuya? If you're gonna walk around Shibuya, don't fucking plan anything. Just walk. Go.
Just go.
Just go.
Have fun. Go see what's there. I found a very good cafe, like a 10-15 minute walk from like Shibuya station. Just like getting lost and walking around. I go there today. It's a fucking fantastic cafe. It's very, very good.
I mean, like again, we wouldn't have found the bar in the basement. Like that was just like. Do you even remember how that happened?
We were drinking somewhere else. I don't remember where.
I do.
Go on.
Because it was close to that place. It was like not like a dive bar, but it was kind of like a shitty bar.
Nice.
And it was up like a spiral staircase. Do you remember that? And then we were talking to the guy who ran the bar, and then there's like the lady beside us who was like getting free drinks from all the gaijin because they're dumb.
Yes.
And she was like, yeah.
Oh my god,
she'll definitely sleep with me if I buy her drinks. No, she won't, you fucking rube.
Good location. That was fucking sick. Yes, I remember that well. Then after that, we were exploring the streets looking for like a second location. Right. And we just came across this basement.
And I remember because it was the price that surprised us.
Yes.
It's like 200 yen. And we're like, the fuck?
Yeah, bullshit.
And then we had to go. Turns out it's like a weird like kind of, it's like a little bit girly cocktail bar, but it's fun.
Yeah, it's fucking sick. Yo, we brought the entire gang there before. It's a good location to drink, but like stuff like that is fun. Don't be afraid to just walk into random locations. Like if you walk into a location and it's not what you thought it would be, you can just back out.
Just go out.
It's easy. The amount of hair salons I've walked into thinking they're cafes
is wrong.
It's because it'll have a name like
that's a skill issue,
bro. It's a fucking skill
issue. That's a reading skill issue.
Listen, it'll have a name like le coffee de delicioso, and I'm like, wow, that sounds like a.
Won't it be like kaminoki kirubasho?
No, it'll be like le coffee de oishi, and I'm like, that sounds like a good cafe. And I walk in, I'm looking in the windows, a bitch in there drinking coffee, and I'm like, that's a cafe if I ever done see one. I walk in and like, you have an appointment, and I'm like, I've done it again. It's like, where does she get the coffee? Can I have some coffee? I've done it like 3 times.
Again, skill issue.
It's a skill issue, bro. It's like
I've never made that mistake.
I've made that mistake. It's because I'm not paying attention. Do you know what it is? I blame it on my lack of caffeine. Because at every time I've done it, I've looked inside the bay windows and seen a woman inside drinking a cup of coffee and gone, this time, it has to be a cafe. It has. I think they're tricking me.
Just trying to will it to be that case. This time it has to be. I couldn't be wrong a third time.
I couldn't be wrong a third time. That's never 3 times. Don't be ridiculous. And I walk in, everyone's just like, no, bro, this is a barber. Like, it says in English. It says barber.
It's got the swirly red, white, and yellow thing outside, and you're like, cafe. Gotta be.
It's gotta be this time. There's a lot of lollipops out there. Yeah. There's a man cutting hair inside. But look at that. There's a Starbucks cup on the ground.
It's like the thing where they stir your coffee, right?
It's a stirrer. It shows it's what's signifying. I'm just in the UK. I'm just fucking up. I'm just like walking to random stores. Is a cafe? It's like, bro, this is a bank.
The bank. Do you have coffee though?
This is Utah. I mean,
I guess we can get you some. You walk out, you have like a new bank account. You're just like, fuck. Coffee was alright though.
Coffee was pretty decent though. Nescafe and stuff.
Yes, because they just they got an espresso machine in the back.
Legends. God damn, bro.
But yeah, speaking of Shibuya, though, about Halloween. This year, I mean, okay, let's talk about last year a little bit. Not last year, the last time that like Shibuya was Shibuya.
Oh my god, yeah.
What happened the last time? Vandalism. Lots of drinking.
Didn't like a truck get flipped or something? Was that Shibuya that time? Like a car got flipped.
Someone flipped a K truck or whatever.
Fucking sick, bro. It was wild as fuck.
It was like right next to the station too. Like,
it was like right there. It was pretty fucking intense. Like a couple years ago when they did the last big Halloween thing.
Yeah.
I think that's right. It was complete. Shibuya was fucking trashed. They had to call in like volunteers to help clean it, right? Mm-hmm. I remember this. They were like, hey, it was bad. It was really bad. So they basically banned Halloween after that in Shibuya.
Yep.
They were like,
they got lucky in the fact that COVID kind of came and like wiped everything out.
I completely forgot that's the reason that it was banned for so long. Like, as well as COVID, but like, it was also the fact that last time we did it, they kind of destroyed Shibuya.
People couldn't control their fucking alcohol, man. Like, that's all it comes down to is honestly, people not controlling their alcohol.
And because of this, what they've done now is that they've sort of made this new rule where they're like, you can't drink on the streets of Shibuya, or like
for one day.
Well, for the weekend.
Yeah.
For the weekend of Halloween, they're like, can you please not drink on the streets? So here's the thing. My other reason for going to Daiso in Shibuya was like, I was wondering, are they actually going to enforce this rule? Or is it going to be a case of like, don't do it.
Don't do it, please.
One guy shimasu, please. Hey, stop. Nope.
And then all the Japanese people go, hi, okay.
Hi.
No, that's not going to happen.
Nope. Go to Shibuya. I'm walking around. I start seeing people in costumes. I'm like, wow, people in costumes. It's going to be a whole fucking Halloween thing. Isn't that fucking cool? Mm-hmm. As I'm walking around, what do I fucking see? 4 people in a little group. Guy's got a little sign that's like, no drinking. English and Japanese, don't drink. I'm like, oh, look at that. They got a couple people walking around. One guy's got a little fucking bag on. He's got those tongs like clip. Gotta clip this gummy as I'm walking around. Ooh, look at me. I'm keeping Shibuya clean. And I was like, wow, they got 4 people out to make sure people aren't drinking. Oh, that's nice. Got 4 people. That's great. That'll be enough. Yeah. That's great. I'm walking around, do a big little swirl, walking up the little hill, past Dice and walking up the hill. 25 people. All wearing suits, all with the like don't drink sign, with the clippy things, big old baskets. Bro, there must have been 200 people there to stop people drinking.
Really?
I swear to God.
Like a lot?
A lot. There's a bunch. Like they're not fucking around. There was a whole bunch of people.
That's kind of impressive. I did not expect them to go that hard.
Me too. I was fucking shocked. Looking around as well, there were a few people with like open cans like drinking, but generally it was pretty dry. Like people weren't really street drinking,
which is like the complete opposite of the way it was before.
Fucking insane to me. Like, and I think the worst thing was, while people weren't street drinking as hard, it meant the izakayas were fucking packed.
Right, yeah, because everyone went inside instead.
So of course, like the izakayas are fucking happy.
Right, yeah.
Because they're like,
of course, they're like, oh, now people are actually buying our alcohol from our shop.
I mean, they have to. That's the thing.
Right.
It was pretty fun to watch just because every single izakaya
How many people are going to go to yakitori or yakiniku and accidentally light their costume on fire?
Everyone. Tons of people.
Because like most of those costumes are like cheap polyurethane
shit. Yeah.
And that shit melts the skin real good.
Real fast as well. I don't think people...
How to have a permanent Mario suit.
Permanent, dude. It's going to really fuck up. Be careful if you're in Tokyo this year and you want to go to eat somewhere. Like, really think about the costume you're wearing. It's very important. It's fucking terrifying thinking about it. I think there might be more injuries alongside that than anything else.
Quite possible, yeah.
But honestly, yeah, I don't think people... I mean, I get it. Don't drink on the street because, like, mess and blah, 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 blah. But when it comes down to it, you've really got to think about the safety of, like, people involved as well. Like, pushing everyone inside like cramped izakaya instead of having them drink on like an open street.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
that's kind of
not,
worse.
It's not.
Yeah. Right. It's not better, I would say.
No, not necessarily.
Yeah, it's not better. Putting 20 people inside a small izakaya, you're gonna get some fights happening. It's gonna be issues to do with space or finding whatever. But like letting people just like drink on the street as they've done in Shibuya since I assume the beginning of time, people know what to do. You swan around, you walk up and down the streets, you make some group friends in random groups, and you just hang out. Like it's pretty. Apart from a couple years ago when like he got way out of hand, it's normally pretty chill.
Right. Yeah.
Like every time I've gone to like Shibuya Halloween, it's always been a pretty chill affair. It's just been like a couple drinks being shared, people hanging out, people making friends in groups.
Right. Yeah.
Just straight chilling. Like it's not anything too crazy. That's what I think anyway. You doing anything for Halloween, my man?
No, because it's on a Monday. Well, I mean, I'll be at work. I'm gonna like maybe dress up for work.
Oh, that's nice. That'd be good. What can you do? What can you dress up as?
That's what I'm gonna find out tonight.
Nice.
Going a donkey, yeah.
Ah, good man. Donkey always has it.
Yeah.
Dress up as Santa.
What are you saying?
Dress up. No, what? Wait, what? Next topic.
No, I'm just fucking with you.
It's a double down costume. You can do it again for Christmas as
just
well.
for Christmas, yeah.
Just
Fair
do it
enough.
both
Fair
times.
enough.
It's fucking
It's 2
sick.
for 1. No, hey man, I need to go to Donkey Koko say.
Ah, dude.
Right.
Hell yeah. Dress up as like something weird, or Donkey Kong, or Danky Kang from the
Danky
extended
Kang.
Filthy Frank universe.
So like the entire floor of my work, all the teachers are going as like Mario characters. So
that's
that will
cute.
probably be. I was debating who I want to go as. I said I was gonna go as Koopa, but then I'm looking at like the costume and it's like on Amazon it's like 7,000 yen. I'm like,
Holy shit.
I'm not paying 7,000 yen for a Kigurumi of Koopa.
No,
It's not happening.
Kigurumis are really expensive. That's
Yes,
the thing.
they
Like, they're never cheap, and then coming towards Halloween, they become like even more expensive.
Yeah.
It's kind of a lot, honestly.
Yeah, like I hadn't decided whether I was doing it, or not. So we'll see what's at Donkey. Worst comes to worst, I can just pretend to be an ALT again.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, just put the thing on.
I mean, that's pretty much like the most horrible thing I can imagine. So
Terrifying.
Yeah.
Get an empty can of Strong Zero, get a 6-pack.
No. I won't get an empty can of Strong Zero. I'll make an empty can of Strong Zero.
Forgive me. Make a couple empty cans of Strong Zero.
A couple.
I think you do need.
Just attach them to my neck, like
like a necklace.
like a necklace of bones type of dealy.
Found yourself a 1-year contract.
Yeah.
That has no renewal.
Yeah.
Lower your salary by a fuck ton. There
Yep.
we go. That's the AOT way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, crippling depression.
I already got that.
Nice.
That's a year-round thing.
Good man. Good
That's
man.
not just Halloween.
I like my depression like I like everything. Seasonal.
Yep. I have seasonal depression. People have seasonal
Yeah,
depression.
it's a thing. Yeah. It's a whole thing. Legit. But
Yeah, no, I don't know. Hey, what are you doing?
I'm going to a secret influencer party that's been run by...
Don't brag or anything.
I always brag. It's been run by abroad in Japan. So that'll be fun. It's actually really funny. So he invited like all the TC stuff basically. Like he told Sarah, who told us on like the Slack group, he was like, yeah, Chris invited us all, let's go. And I'm a man who, if I don't get invited to something like personally, I don't take that as an invite. I take that as you being nice. Right?
Yeah.
So I heard he was like, oh, he said everyone can come. And I was like, yeah, okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? And then we had like a shoot together, like in like 2 weeks after that, we had like a shoot together. We're hanging out. We're on the way there. We're talking. Sorry. We get there. I'm like, hey, a long time to see you. Having a little chat. And he's like, oh, did you get tickets to the Halloween party? And I go, oh.
Tickets?
Yeah, you gotta get tickets. It's the whole thing. Yeah, it's like an event. All you can drink. That's why the tickets.
I see. I gotcha.
Yeah.
It's like they rented out a place.
Yeah, basically. All you can drink. I'm down. They're like, oh, did you get tickets? And I was like, no. They go, oh, I get some tickets. You come. It's gonna be great. Get some tickets and come. And I was like, yeah. Okay, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it. Thought nothing of it. And he asked me again and again. And I was like, okay, he wants me to come. All right, I'm gonna come. I was like, I'm booking tickets. Shut the fuck up. I'll do it. I'll book the tickets. I'll come to the event. So I grabbed them. And glad I did as well. Like, as I booked the tickets, it was like, no more tickets.
I see.
Yeah, there was like a limit on how many tickets he could actually like sell. I found it interesting because he I think he told all like the influencer friends, like his circle, like, I'm doing this thing, come along if you can, here are the tickets, things. And he sent the link out like pretty secretly first. And then he went on a podcast, I assume Trash Taste, I don't know. And he announced the fact that...
Well, it wouldn't be Trash Taste because they're not in the country at the moment.
Indeed, it was his podcast. Forgive me. He went on his podcast and he spoke about the fact that he's doing like a Halloween party thing.
Yeah.
And then he just never released the website to buy the tickets because like I think it like ran out or something, and then he only released them last minute.
Right.
When there was like, I guess 20 tickets left. He was like, oh, there you go. And then it sold out.
Right.
Like instantly, of course. And I think it's gonna be a good event. I have no idea who's coming. I would love to do some name dropping, but I don't know. Next week I'll do some name dropping.
Okay.
I'll tell you who was there and what we did and such. But like for now, I'm not entirely sure who's going, but it should be a good event. My costume's gonna be, I'm going as a manic bug catcher trainer from Pokemon. Okay. It's gonna be fucking fun. I got a little net.
You got that big old sun hat.
I can't find a big old sun hat anywhere, David. It's the last thing I need of the costume. It's why I'm here so early, because I need to go to fucking Donkey
and find a sun hat.
Find a fucking giant sun hat. I might go to the Donkey that's like one station away from me, just before.
I mean, I'm going to Donkey after this. If you really want to go,
but I gotta travel all the way back to fucking my area first to change as well. So
I suppose so.
Yeah, I gotta be in that area basically. It'd be fucking easier. I mean, if you found a giant sun hat, that would be very shocked. But either way, I gotta find like a giant sun hat as well to like finish the costume off. Cause I got a little net. Mm-hmm. I got Pokeballs. I found a real life like a bug catching case. But it's shaped as a Pokeball.
Okay.
And then I went to an arcade. And I won Bulbasaur for like 300 yen.
Okay, nice.
Bro, it was. I go to this arcade, and I'm like, I need a bug Pokemon or a grass Pokemon, something that's gonna fit in this little thing. And they only had giant fucking Pokemon. Right. I was like, it's not gonna fit. Like, what do I do? Finally, I find this little machine, and it's got like what Pokemon was it? It was a Gengar, right on the top. And I was like, oh, Gengar! No, focus, children. The mission, you need a grass type Pokemon, and I found one. Like,
why grass?
Because I'm a bug catcher. Bug or grass, basically.
Okay, sure.
So I find it's got like a Bulbasaur in it. Like, okay, this can work. This Bulbasaur could work. So I talked to the guy, and I'm like, hey, bro, come over here. This is a quick tip for arcades, guys. If you're a foreigner, you speak a little Japanese, you can get them to do cool shit. So I was like, hey, bro, come over here. The guy's like, yeah. I was like, listen, I'm trying to go as a Pokemon trainer for Halloween. He's like, yeah, go on. I'm like, I need a bug type Pokemon. He's like, I'm listening. I was like, I need that Bulbasaur. That's like way underneath all these toys. I need that to be on top. And he goes, yeah. And I go, yeah. It needs to be on top. Can you, can you put it on top? And he goes, yeah, of course. Yeah, I don't care.
They don't care. They get paid minimum wage.
Yeah, he's like, I don't give a shit. I don't care. I was like, bro, you can ask me to fucking put this towards the end. I don't give a shit. Yep. Whatever, bro. Yep. So he puts it on top, locks it. He's like, all right, have fun. He just fucks off. 300 yen, I catch it. The guy put it in the best position.
Like, of course he did.
Bro, I could. So the way that it was angled, the reason it only took me like 300 yen to get, because the first 100 yen was basically, I moved it along to the extent where the claw was like just touching the Bulbasaur. Mm-hmm. So I just like moved to the corner and went, and it like pushed the Bulbasaur, rolled it over. Yeah. It just took like 200 yen. I got it. I was like, done. Fucking easy, man. I love arcades, but it reminded me going to the arcade and playing to win the Bulbasaur reminded me that I really love arcades, and I need to, if possible, never step foot in an arcade again, because I fucking love them.
I got some stuff from there.
Arcades? The big old Dragon Quest?
No, that was bought.
Hell yeah.
Chiro bought it. I don't know why she bought it, because
it's adorable.
Well, I mean, it is, but like she's never played Dragon Quest in her life.
You serious?
Yeah. The Raichu's from
arcade?
Yeah. And then everything else out there. This 2 Psyducks in the Piplup is also from
arcade
stuff. Yeah.
Man, I love. There's so much.
Like
fun.
I don't go often. It's just like I go like oh, do you want to go to the arcade? Okay, sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like it's random. It's not like it's like
I'm
hankering.
I want to go and play that dumb Dragon Ball Z game that me and Taran
with the cards.
With the fucking cards. Like I went to the arcade to win the Bulbasaur.
Yeah.
I was like, while I'm here, I'll walk up down and see what's there. And there was an old man. Oh, I'll get there. And there's a guy playing like the Dragon Ball Z game. Yeah. And I was like, man, this is a fun game. Like I really want to like jump on this game again. But I went to the top floor where they have like that style of like card placement game, but for adults. So it's like the big.
There's ones that are like, I know that there's ones for like Romance of the Three Kingdoms, and then there's like one that's like literally just soccer.
Yeah. I've seen that.
I've seen ones for like horse racing and shit too. It's just like it's really wild.
They've got a very interesting Three Kingdoms one where you're kind of playing as like anime and manga characters.
Yes. Yeah.
It's very fucking cool.
I know that there's what genre was it? Oh, it's Gundam. It's Gundam. There's a Gundam card game now.
I've seen
that
it.
just came out.
Yeah. It's like
I wanted
three cards.
Yeah, I wanted to play it, and I was like, do I want? Because I have a whole bunch of the old Fate ones, which are neat, but I haven't played that in a long time because it was like uber expensive.
Yes.
Like I think it was like if I wanted to do a 10 card pull, it was literally like $10.
Are you serious? Wow.
But that being said, you got the physical cards, and the nice thing is
True.
it's stored on. So before it was really fucking annoying. I don't know why they did this, but like when you got a card in Fate, like in the like Fate Grand Order, the mobile game, when you get a card in Fate, you can get multiples of the same card, and then you feed them to that other card, right? That's like standard gotcha shit.
Yeah.
So originally, when the machines came out, they were printing the same card over and over and over again.
Why?
And if you wanted to make the card stronger, you put like 5 copies into the slot at the same time,
and it would
be level 5.
That makes sense.
And then after a while, they realized we are losing so much money by printing out the same fucking card because it would end up. I remember when it first came out and people were playing it a lot at like arcades. They just had a box that said "Take for free."
Yes.
And there's just like a billion cards in there because it was dupes that people didn't need.
Yep.
So like, if you wanted to get a complete Fate Grand Order like deck,
you can get them there.
you could just be like, I want this character, I want this thing, I want this thing, and because they're all the exact same and analogous to the mobile game, if you're playing the mobile game, you knew exactly what each card did. So you're like, this one's good, this one's good, this one's good, this one's good. I want this character. Boom, boom, boom.
I have that. So right now, there's like a Pokemon clippy thing game with the.
This just came out, right?
Yes. So this Pokemon is you play it with like weird pogs, like cool metallic like digital pog things.
Basically metallic
Very
pogs.
cool.
I haven't seen it yet, but I've seen it on the internet.
Problem is, they're facing the same problem where they have printed so much of the same fucking weak monster. So in this box, it was full of like Nidoking, Nidoran, Dynamax, whatever fucking Pokemon that is.
Oh, the what's it called?
The fossil one.
The fossil one, yeah.
Mr. Mime Jr., Weeping Bell,
right.
Victory Bell. It was like the same thing, like Arcanine, the other one. Because like I guess the current meta, these pogs are useless.
Essentially, yeah.
So people are just like, there's a massive case just full of them. So I was like, I could just pick one of every Pokemon here, and I've got like a deck or whatever. I've got like a team.
Right, yeah.
Easy. Like, that's a really good way to get started. Even now, so when you go to these arcades, there are tons of those areas you can just throw away cards you don't want. So normally the Dragon Ball Z one as well has like a bunch there. I went today to check, none, like 0.
It depends on like, there's like it's definitely a certain life span of those kind of games. Like I know the Fate one is still around, but like every time I've been into an arcade, like there's like maybe one person playing it.
Oh yeah.
When I remember like when it first came out, there was like lineups to play. And people got fucking mad if you played for longer than one game.
Are you serious?
They got fucking... So, like, people would get mad if you played for a game because how it worked was you didn't, like, put money in and you played one game, right? Like, you know, like, normal arcade games, like a fighting game or something. You put money in, you play a game, you play till you lose, right?
Yeah.
This one is you put money in, you get time.
Oh.
So people get really fucking annoyed when you got down to like your last 10 seconds and people would enter the gotcha mode, stick in $10,
Nice.
and start pulling cards and just sit there and watch the cards pull because the timer doesn't roll down while it's playing the animations.
No
so
fucking
people just like sit there and just like,
Yeah. I'm just... Are you serious? That's what a...
Next.
What a dick move.
And they just sit there and just like print fucking cards because after you got all your things, your time would run out. But you couldn't leave because it wouldn't eject your player card because it had to print all the cards you had. So people would just be like, I just finished my game and now I'm waiting to print cards. And you'd be like, this there'd be an asshole sitting in the machine
Why
for
are they
20 minutes waiting for cards to print.
Why are they doing that?
Because they're dickheads.
What a cunt move. Absolute fucking shit behavior.
It's funny, though.
That's hilarious.
It is pretty funny.
It's pretty fucking funny, but like, it's pretty fucking bad, bro. Don't do that shit.
What if I still have... I think I have all my fake cards in there.
I'll go look later on. I love
it's
those
neat.
cards.
Yeah, they're cool.
I love the...
And they're like actually like good,
no, they're good
cards.
This is the thing. I'm getting onto arcades now, but this is the thing. Like, Japanese like arcade games are fucking fun.
There's a Gundam Battle Royale game that's there, and I haven't played it yet, and I really want to because like you get in like...
Yeah,
you're in a pod, and you have like it's like an actual like you're in like a robot suit.
Oh, that's
it's fucking cool.
Fucking sick, bro. I cannot wait for. I was watching an interesting thing on Twitter where I think the Super Bowl or something kind of like animated or 3D animated this big old razor or whatever, and someone messaged something like, "Why aren't we using this for Yu-Gi-Oh? Like, why are we wasting? Do you see that?"
No, but I have Yu-Gi-Oh news that's actually interesting.
Let's go. Go on.
Okay.
Do you want to get back into Yu-Gi-Oh?
No.
Ah, shit.
This is like a funny. Maybe I can find. Hang on, I'm gonna Google it just so you can read. I want you to read out this headline.
Bro, I need to know what the fuck's going in the Yu-Gi-Oh world at all possible times, my dude. Like, fuck it out. Oh, also, that's the question. Where the fuck am I going tonight? All
right.
Don't go on.
Here you go. Read this out.
Suspended persons list. Wait, what? Wait.
Yes.
Fuck off. Wait. Did they ban Kanye West from Yu-Gi-Oh?
they officially banned Kanye West from playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Until did you see the date? They're banning him from the 25th of October till April 1st, 2057.
What the fuck? Wait.
They're banning him for like 30 fucking years.
He got a longer prison sentence from Yu-Gi-Oh than most people get for murder. What the fuck?
Kanye gonna have to catch up on a lot of mechanics if he wants to have a chance in 2057.
Fuck me. Oh my god.
That's that. Yeah. When I saw that today, I'm like, wow.
Is that real?
I hope it's real. That's because
really
it's like
funny.
I mean, it's on the Konami website, right?
Oh, it must be real then, yeah. No, it's real. Yeah. They fucking banned it. That's brilliant. What the fuck? I love Japan sometimes. That's fucking stupid. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, here we go. I'm gonna look up the suspended
list.
Suspended list.
Is he number one? Is he the top?
Don't see it on this list, but that's fucking funny if that's the case.
Is it like he's banned from just tournaments, or he's banned from like the game of Yu-Gi-Oh?
I don't know.
Man, I love Japan.
Banished to the Shadow Realm, Kanye West banned from Yu-Gi-Oh! Explained as suspended players list sparks hilarious reactions.
So fucking
it's a meme. But that's still funny.
No,
that's still funny.
That's still good. Your move, yay.
How did the Kanye West Yu-Gi-Oh! The joke initially began on Reddit platform? Yeah,
Let me guess, Reddit?
Hang on. Along with the rapper's name, other information, including his card game ID, the start date of his suspension, and the date of the suspension being lifted, and the reason for... In jest, the picture showed Kanye West was not allowed to return to the platform until April 1st, 2057. The reason for his removal was unsupporting conduct severe.
Bro.
Unsupporting conduct severe.
Exactly. Doing fucking the most, my man. Like, calm
that's
down.
Really funny. Ban Kanye West from everything.
I agree. Like, I'm not even gonna get onto like the bullshit he did like during this his weird tirade, but nah, I'm not.
It's just funny. Like that's just fucking funny.
Pretty good, honestly. I like that a lot, honestly. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for like Halloween this year. The first time I'll be dressing up. First time I'll be doing a lot of stuff like a long time. It should be a good, interesting affair. I'm hoping I can rub some elbows, make some new friends. Would be good. I love making new friends at events. Should be cool. I'm hoping that I can The goal is make some new friends, get some new guests on, and then just see what's going on. It should be fun. But I'm keeping it very cool. Nice. My last thing on this event, because I heard something very interesting I wanted to share on the podcast. Mm-hmm. So there was a couple of when the tickets went live for the event, there were a couple of people who were like, I've heard this is like from my friend, a couple of people who were like scrambling to get the tickets. I need to get the tickets. They're like internet alarms set on and shit.
Right.
As soon as the tickets go live, I'm gonna fucking get a ticket. And I was like, that's cool. You want to go to the event? It's gonna be fun. I get it. It should be a fun event. But apparently their reason for wanting so bad to get these tickets were, quote unquote, they're going for the clout. Now,
fair enough.
David made a sour face, but he ended up
fair enough.
I get it.
Ignore my sour face.
No. I did the same thing. I did the exact same thing. I get it. I get wanting to go to the event for the clout. I get it. You're like, I'm gonna go to the event. I'll meet some cool people. Maybe I'll make some friends. Here's the problem. The way that you go about, quote unquote, trying to secure the clout could make or break you in this fucking space. So working with influencers, working occasionally as an influencer, you realize when people are just talking to you for the clout.
Right.
Like you realize immediately, like almost straight away, like when people talk to me at certain events, there's a way that they like present themselves, that they move around you. You're like, oh, you're literally just trying to like feed off my clout. You know what I mean?
It's always, you know what it would be for me?
Go on.
It's when people immediately talk business.
Yeah. There's that.
Yeah.
There's that. Yeah. Immediately talking business. You're there for the clout, or there's a way that like you're bringing up certain conversations. It's the way you're trying to like move the conversation, not to business per se, but like to maybe your endeavors or something like that. And I'm like, this is very much you're just here for the clout, and I don't appreciate it. And I was saying to my friend, like, if they truly are there to quote unquote try to like secure the clout or whatever, it's gonna be a case of just go and have fun.
Right.
Like, just go there and have a good fucking time. Like, everyone going there, person. Will they be in costumes? Yes. But surprise, surprise, those costumes, not real. Everyone there, 100%, just a person. If you go there with this whole, like, pie in the sky, wow, sugoi, wow, are you Japan Lover 69? Wow. Like, you are gonna be, like, the outcast of the event.
Right.
Like, no one... Not saying people love their fans, don't get me wrong, but like there are certain events that if you find your way into them, definitely be cool. Just be fucking
don't
chill.
go in as like this, I'm a fan of you, I'm gonna suck your dick, rah type shit. Because I'm pretty sure that comes off pretty bad.
It always comes off bad. If you go in like really chill, from experience, if you go in really chill, friendship automatically. This guy's cool. I like him.
Right.
Like a lot of the influencers I'm friends with now is because I didn't know they were influencers.
That's probably the best way to approach it. Like,
yeah.
I don't know who the fuck you are.
No, yeah.
Even if you do.
Yeah, even if you do. Like, I mean, don't be like ridiculous about it. Like, if you know who PewDiePie, you know who PewDiePie is. Like,
right, yeah.
You can't be like, oh, you are. Like, now you.
Yeah, okay, but like, how often are you gonna fucking meet him? Like, basically never. Well, I mean, we live in Japan, so like that rate has gone.
The rate has gone way up. Yeah, Japan's a tiny ass place. But I thought you were saying, yeah, little hello, little keep it really civil, and you can get yourself a good little situation, honestly. But yeah, that's just a word of advice for anyone who ever ends up at these parties, especially now considering like a lot of influencers are trying to do more real life events. Like IRO events are coming back, so if you do get invited to one of them, be really chill, really cool. Be the interesting guy who's like at the event, and you definitely make more friends than anyone else who's like clamoring for the clout, more or less. But yeah, should be fun. I gotta go and change. I gotta go and buy a hat. It's a whole bunch of stuff I gotta do. My God, what a day.
You have time. I don't know when it starts, but I assume you have time.
Yeah, it starts like 6. I've still got some time.
You got like 5 hours.
Yeah, it should be fine. Go home, take a nap on the train, change, leave again.
Good call.
Yeah, that's the plan. Go do my hair. It's gonna be a whole thing. But yeah, should be a pretty fun event. David, thanks for doing this podcast a little earlier than normal.
That's fine. I prefer it, to be honest.
I'll come early the next time.
Please do.
No, I appreciate it. I'm always fucking late. It's always
Jordan time.
It's not good. I mean, I've talked about it many times. It is Jordan time. Do forgive me. I get distracted. Side quests.
Yeah, it is what it is.
I play life how I play Elden Ring. A lot of side quests. Not completed the game yet.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I have so much armor, and I'm like, I can't use any of this. This does not match my character. Why do you have it? Side quests are fun.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Right, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. I'm gonna wrap it up here. Until then, stay healthy, stay safe. Yeah. Later, guys.